The video's on me, not you. Let's go wake David up. Hey. You told me to tell you when supper was ready, and your supper's been ready for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 6:40.
Yep.
If you want to come eat. You might want to warm yours back up though. Yep. Do you got a loaf of bread in here?
Yeah, I got bread from Bread Dude.
From who?
The Bread Dude. There's a bread guy who comes with bread.
Oh, to work?
Yeah.
And he gave you bread?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, he's not really even awake, so... I mean, he'll sit up and talk to me, but he'll be back out in like 2 seconds. Ooh. Is that what you were picking at on my face? That dark spot?
I never picked that. I just pushed on it.
What is it?
I have no idea.
That wasn't there earlier. Let's go in the bathroom and look right quick. Holy moly. We've been sitting in darkness for a while. My mascara is flaking off. Anyways, this place is a mess. We got the groceries not taken care of. Luna is following me around. She wants more food, but she already had a scoff earlier. It's not time now for her next one. Anyways, first things first. We had supper, yesterday's leftovers. I want to try that cake Matt bought. Matt did bake. What do you call it? He separated all the cookies into freezer bags. We're only gonna cook up like 8 at a time or 6. Yeah, I got like a red thing there. Because we don't need to be cooking out 12 cookies or anything every time. Matt said we'll just once a week cook up 8 cookies so everybody can have 2. Grace already took 2. I ate 1. Do you want yours right now? And then obviously we'll leave 2 for David. There you go. Well, you're welcome. There's chocolate chip melted on the bottom now. It took us, we got home at 2:45, and by 2:45 we were done. So within an hour I recorded those videos, or at least I recorded the haul that I did, and then Matt and I got everything all separated. We're both glad that we did not do the shopping trip that we were fully intending on doing, because we would have no place to put half the stuff. Like I said, we normally do one. We didn't even go through all of Costco. We went through less than half of that Costco. There's so much we didn't go through. It was also crowded. I myself was becoming a little bit irritated and impatient. But yeah, normally we buy like 2 or 3 of each meat. So we would buy like 2 or 3 packs of ground beef and each type of chicken and the ground pork, stuff like that. Because we always like to restock the freezer and just have it good for a couple of months. I mean, usually it would do several months, like 5-6 months, the meat. And then we would buy these great big bags of chicken nuggets, chicken strips, chicken burgers, there's all kinds of freezer stuff that we normally buy, and we bought none of it today. And I'm glad we didn't, because it wouldn't have fit. And then it would have been like triple the cost of what we did pay today. We bought minimal fridge stuff because I want to make sure whatever we're buying for the fridge, it's going to get eaten pretty quickly because that stuff goes bad. But we got that huge cantaloupe. I'm going to put David's supper in the microwave. That cantaloupe is literally bigger than our heads, and we have big heads. And then Matt grabbed a box of peaches, which they're all like... The peaches are all like this size, guys. They're huge. Are these Canadian? No, they're not. California. Oh well. Guess what had to happen? Do you remember what was sitting right here? Paul? What was all right here? This whole section? Give you 10 seconds. Think about it. I had to get rid of it. If you guessed all my Donair sauce collection, you're correct. Matt said I had to get rid of it. There's literally no space in the fridge freezer for anything now, or the deep freezer. I'm like, yeah, I want to try that cake. We need to meal plan. And by meal plan, Matt and I were saying, I should write up 62 meals, or 60 or 90 meals of our go-to meals. Can I come up with that many? I don't know. You think? Possibly? Maybe 60 meals? We'll try for 90. And try and alternate through them. Yeah, I would like to try this cake. It's chocolate hazelnut loaf. Yeah, so we had supper. There might be enough of that chowder left. I mean, Grace had seconds today and yesterday. She really likes it. That's one of her favorites. Do you want to try a piece?
No.
I am. I bet you some vanilla ice cream would be good with this. What's the best way of going about, though, cutting this? I really just want... This feels dry. As soon as I cut into it.
That's what I say about you.
Whatever. How would I get this out of this? I'm all... That sauce, or not the sauce, I was gonna break it out because it's stuck in here. I'm just cutting out like a small slither from the end. You wanna know what it tastes like? Like those hedgehogs from Purdy's. It has nice flavor. Did you guys see it? I'll show you. This thing, it's stuck in there, but it's not moist or anything. That's my piece right there. It tastes good. It's not gonna... I can't see me... Would I eat more of this? I don't know. Babe, you can't block me. Grace would definitely eat this. And David. Matt, I think. I hope so. He's the one that picked it out. I had a nice thing of Coke Zero. I kind of wish I had something more to drink. I got another bottle of Coke Zero, but I don't want to open that right now. Wearing my tie-dye PJ shorts and my skull shirt. Came home, was like, we gotta get out of these jeans and stuff and it's comfy clothes. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this right quick. Babe! Matt's got his face down on the pillow laughing. I told you, if I'm gonna record, you can't be sitting there laughing at me the whole time.
I apologize to you.
It's doing a cake mukbang. I need Kleenex again. This weather's got my nose back and forth running. I don't think this is my kind of cake. It's really hazelnutty and nutty. It reminds me of one of those hedgehogs that we like from Purdy's. Grace just looked back. I hope she doesn't see me eating. If she does, she's gonna want some too.
But you like the hedgehogs.
I know, but this is I don't know.
But it reminds you of the hedgehog. You're not making sense.
The hedgehogs are so sweet, so is this. I like them, yeah, but not a lot to eat a lot.
It's a piece of cake. You're not supposed to eat it.
I got one new subscriber since last night. I wonder who that could be. Yeah, I'm not going to be recording in Walmart anymore because the music is too loud. I got another copyright strike against me. I don't know if what that means. I'm making chicken dinner for supper tomorrow. The poopy thing is, somebody's gotta go in that freezer and dig for chicken. I'm just sitting here patiently waiting for Leah to be off work. You know, Leah, we both have internet. We could do FaceTiming. Unless you find that be too awkward. You know what? I probably would find that awkward. FaceTiming. Because then I'd be put on the spot of things to talk about. Usually when Darlene tries to FaceTime Matt and I, we just watch the screen as it rings. Until it goes away. What are you doing? Luna's waiting for more food, even though she already had food. That was mukbang with Tammy. If I had to rate that out of 10, maybe a 5. I like fruity stuff, I think, better. Anyways, we need a notebook and we need a pen. What is she snacking on? You got something in your mouth? Yeah. She's got that piece of plastic that you pull out of her shirt she was chewing on. She's like, darn it, you took away my only joy at the moment. We were going to go to PetSmart and get her a new toy today, but we'll do that another day. Today was just ugh. And then the traffic, man. I'm glad I don't drive. I need a notebook. A big one. Where are... Those are notepads. I'm just gonna take this basket with me. Because it's also got some of my recipes that I cook from. And I'll grab my favorite pen. If Matt was watching TV right now, I wouldn't be recording. Because again, I would get copyrighted. Should I get a drink? Are you having a drink of anything? No? Oh, what do I have? I had a big thing of Coke Zero earlier. I do not wish to have any water. You got your watermelon juice open?
I know.
I ain't got no juice. Yes, we buy our own juices in this household. What would be something good for me to... Iced tea? I might make some Gatorade. Why is this one... This one's black down here now. Why? There's gotta be something I can have that's not water. I don't want any more pop. I don't want a protein shake. I feel like having a protein shake after having cake makes no sense. Let's just make some Gatorade. Yeah, I had this full of Coke Zero. Didn't I just get done wiping that counter off? First day of fall, y'all. Besides working, what are you guys all doing? I'll assume nothing. I bet David's not gonna come out to eat it all tonight. Is this the same one? Why does this look different? Not time to eat yet, Luna. Still got another almost 2 hours. Ugh. Ew. Is this sugar free? Can't be. I mean, I like Gatorade Zero, but this one, there's lots of sugar. Maybe I put too much. We'll drink it anyways. Babe, you're not going back down to the car, are you?
No.
I forgot my coffee cup. I need it. I need it for the morning. I'll be back. I need. I just do this. Luna, were you in my spot? Alright guys, we're back. One more. What? What?
I don't think they knows.
That I'm back?
Yeah.
Well, I still say that I'm back. One more hour till it's dark. It seems weird. Alright, Leah. I hope this is the right one that you said to get. Well, I know you showed me a jar. But I'm pretty sure you also mentioned something about wild cherry or something as well. Hopefully these work because How do I open it? I couldn't find none of the Vaseline lip stuff at Walmart that I was at. Ooh, that smells good. This is the vanilla one. It's very thin. Yeah. What? Oh, think about it. Alright. I remember July 10th we did a freezer inventory and crossed off most of what was here that was in there. But by the looks of this, there are still 2 pizza dough balls in there. As well as a gravy and pork buns. There might be 1 or 2 beef and rice enchilada bakes in there. The mac and cheese, I'm pretty sure, is gone. I'm not doing a freezer inventory right now. I could, but no thank you. I've got... Oh, I was like, what is that? That looks like I was doing... Okay, there's some... Let's see how many suppers we can come up with. I mean, if we go right off the top of our heads, I could probably just come in here. Like, we can just write down good old chili. Whether that's beef or... Hey, babe, she's up there, right? Whether it's beef chili or turkey chili. So I'll just write down chili, beef. Chili. Turkey. And then Mexican. Street corn. Chicken chili. I'm not gonna write down chili dogs, and we don't do chili dogs here. Goulash. I'm thinking I'm not gonna be able to come up with 90 suppers, but I could probably come up with 60. Goulash, spaghetti. Millionaire pasta. Grace said to write down Olive Garden pasta. That's only 7 suppers right there. KFC bowls. Pork roast and veg. You could do... I'm not going to write down beef roast because I still can't cook that. But we could write down roast chicken. And veg. Sloppy Joes. Tuna casserole. We still like tuna casserole, yeah. Chicken Alfredo. I'll just say mac salad, but it's macaroni salad. Mac salad, potato salad. And what would we normally do with those? I mean, we would do chicken or whatever, really. Burgers. Beef or burgers, chicken burgers. I'm gonna write down chicken wraps because the kids like when I make chicken wraps. As well as donaires. I'll write down pizza. And that would be homemade. Any suppers like everything I'm writing down, it's got to be cooked from home. Geez, man, we got tacos, quesadillas. And you can do that, quesadillas with beef, chicken, pork, taco meat. Like any leftover meat can go in a quesadilla, really. Oh gosh, I just had a thought of something. Donaires, pizza, tacos, quesadillas. I'm not gonna write down the taco bake. Well, maybe I will write it down. I'm not a fan of that. I feel like Grace likes that the most. Barbecue chicken. I'll put down pulled chicken and pulled pork. Both of which you could have with like potatoes or rice or pasta or salad, or throw them in a bun. Put them on like garlic bread. Put your pulled meat. Slap some cheese on. Throw that in the oven. Once it comes out, take like ranch sauce or Caesar sauce, put it over top. Maybe a lettuce or tomatoes, wherever you like, peppers. Slap that on top, put the other half of the garlic bread on top. Make yourself a nice sandwich. That would be good, actually. Pulled chicken, pulled pork. Ooh, man. Fajitas is another one. Forget how to spell that. Is she at the boxes?
No.
The garbage, yeah. See if somebody will take that down. I don't want to ask Grace, because yesterday she did a lot.
Oh, that's
Oh, you're going to? Thank you. Butter chicken. Curry chicken. No, don't do that. Or, well, Grace said write down butter chicken, and I was like, yeah. And then curry chicken. She's like, all the curries. And I was like, well, I'm also going to write down vegetable curry, because I like one of the curries I made last year where it was like potatoes and peas and carrots. Like, there was no meat in it, and it was really good. So I'll just write down veg curry. And you can have your curry stuff over rice or mashed potatoes, or you can have it over boiled potatoes, a baked potato. Meatballs. And I'll just write down meatballs, because meatballs, I make mushroom soup meatloaf. No. Mushroom soup meatballs. Like, it's like, well, it's like a mushroom. No, I'm saying it wrong. It's mushroom gravy meatballs I make, which we have with mashed potatoes. And then I make meatloaf meatballs. But I'll write down meatloaf. I don't like meatloaf. I don't even like my own half the time. Honey garlic chicken. Or I'll write down pork. You're not going to see a lot of beef ideas in here because we don't eat a lot of beef. Do we have beef here? Yeah, we have some ground beef, but I think ground beef doesn't like us. Meatball, spaghetti, fajitas, chicken fried rice. Okay, I'm going to flip this page over now. So that page is, I'm not sure how many that, let's count right quick. That's 33. 33 meal ideas. So we know we can get 33 meal ideas on one page. I'm trying to write out meal ideas that I already know we already make, like, throughout the entire year. So that's 33 right there. Sunday dinner, but I feel like, I believe Matt and I both said, because I brought that up, Leah, that you said, like, hey, you guys don't do, like, Sunday dinner. And so I told that to Matt, and I was like, Leah said, like, we should probably do Sunday dinners every Sunday. And Matt's like, yeah, but the thing is, regardless if the kids come out or not, it would be nice if they would sit at the kitchen table with us. I know we're the adults, we're the parents, we can force our kids to. I think that ship has sailed. At least with one, David, because he's always sleeping at this time because he goes to work he works night shifts. We can make Grace though. Honey garlic chicken / pork. Chicken balls and rice. I'll just write down chicken balls, cod balls, chicken fried rice, Russian scallop dinner. That I want to make before Matt takes off to Fort Mac again. I got the recipe from my father-in-law a couple of weeks ago, and I just haven't gotten around to making it. Okay, I know I wrote down butter chicken. Did I? Butter chicken, curry veg, chicken balls, cod balls, chicken fried rice. Luna's at the gummy bears. No. I know, they smell good. Sorry. Gummy bears are not for kittens. Ugh. I was just thinking of something. What was it? If you have supper ideas, Leah, that I haven't mentioned, let me know. Like, I wrote down sloppy joes, but yeah, there's a lot of times we'll do normal sloppy joes, and then the next day I'll do up garlic bread and throw the sloppy joe mix on it with cheese, throw that in the oven, and that's what we'll have, right? Let's take out this, isn't this the one that has double meals? Oh, that's only a 4-week one. I thought I had another one. Oh, yeah, I did think, chicken chow mein. I've made that. Stir fry with meat or no meat. Mongolian beef. I use ground beef for that. I'm not gonna write anything down that has to do with steak because we don't really buy steak. I had to put your gummy bears under your pillow because she was in them. Mongolian beef. What are some things that I make one pot? Chicken stew. You know what? I think I can officially write down beef stew because I made a beef stew like 2 months ago. I'll have to go stroll back through my Instagram. Everybody liked it. I used the recipe for it. That's probably the only reason why it came out good. chicken stew, beef stew, chicken soup. I'll just write down Sunday supper. But yeah, I think we're gonna incorporate starting tomorrow Sunday suppers. And tomorrow we're gonna do chicken, gravy, potatoes, vegetables. I do think I have some Cheddar Bay biscuit mix left that I might make up too, or keep that for Friday to go with the millionaire pasta I'll be making. I feel like there's another recipe in here. Is there? There is too. Well, actually, there's not. I mean, we do bake a ham every now and then. I'll put down turkey supper. I'll write down baked ham. When I will put down, geez, there's so many different recipes that I have for stuff. Like that pork, those 2 pork tenderloins I cooked a week or 2 ago for the kids and I with the mustard and the brown sugar sauce that we put on a ham. That was so good. But would I write that? I'll just put down pork tenderloin. Pork. Homemade mac and cheese. I'll just write down mac and cheese. Underneath that, I'm going to write down KD surprise, because you know what? I could be a millionaire and I will eat KD surprise. That's what I call it. I mean, it's just craft dinner, ground beef, or ground turkey, or ground pork, and mixed vegetables. And then you might add like a little extra cheese or whatever. But KD surprise, that's what I call it. Lasagna. I haven't made lasagna in a while though. I mean, I guess I could write down... I'll just write down salads. And then whatever meat. I feel like there's a lot of stuff I just off the top of my head. Nachos. You don't like nachos though. But only the kid. I'm gonna write down nachos anyways.
Yeah.
Matt doesn't fussy them, but he'd probably just have something else if I made that, or he could probably have like leftovers. Ooh, baked potatoes. I already wrote down chicken balls, but when I write down chicken balls, you can almost guarantee we'll have like rice with it. With chicken fried rice, you can almost guarantee we'll have like egg rolls with that. Sometimes pot stickers. I've never made enchiladas. Have I?
Yes.
I guess I did. I'll write down enchiladas then. I'm also going to write down burrito bowls.
What are you looking at?
Me?
What is that in your hand?
Oh, I got a meal planning, meal ideas, where it's like, this is where I sometimes get ideas from too. I'll write down sub sandwiches, because sometimes we do that. I'm trying to go through the meals that I actually do make, babe. I don't want, I mean, could I throw in a few new meals? Sure.
You pick like once a month, make a new meal.
Possibly. Or once a week. So, because what I'm going to do, my intentions is to fill this one out with suppers and this one and kind of like interchange them. But I like to ideally have 3 months worth of meals planned out. I'm not going to date these either. I should see if I can find one that is a little bit more simpler and just says like 32 days of meals or whatever. I already wrote down goulash and spaghetti. Like, because I could write down sweet and sour chicken. Ooh, that would be good. I will write that down. And I'll also write down sweet and sour pork. I feel like with the beef recipes that there are specific beef ones that we like. Mainly, I think the number one we like the best is tacos. But a lot of times there's a lot of recipes that we use ground pork or ground turkey for. We tried ground chicken a few times. Not really feeling the ground chicken. Is it kind of dry? Maybe. Can someone give me some ideas too? I can't write down seafood chowder because I feel like nobody here besides me and David like that. I haven't had that since I was pregnant with Grace. Egg roll in a bowl. I'll write that down because I still got my recipe here. I regret not getting that double pack of cabbages, but you know what? They'll be there the next time we go. Egg roll in a bowl. I bet you there's plenty more like pasta dishes. I know, Leah, I know. I can only do so much. Oven barbecued ribs. I forgot about the rib family. Ribs. Fried chicken. I learned how to make buttermilk fried chicken. Chicken wings, boys. Jeez, come on. We like chicken wings. Chicken parm. I almost have 66 meals, guys. I just need 3 more. Ooh, gumbo. I haven't made that in a long time. I wonder if Grace would eat that gumbo. Trout. I'm just gonna write down salmon and then trout. Alright, we got 66 meals. So that's another 33 meals. Hopefully my math is mathing. I think, did I say burrito? Yeah, I have a recipe here for a slow cooker Mississippi pot roast. I'm not including any roast, like beef roast or that in here until I can learn how to cook one properly. I already wrote down, did I write down chili? Yes. And I wrote down curry. I have made samosas before, but I feel like that's not like a one. That's not something. That's not like What else would you have, like, with samosas for a supper? I know in this household, samosa would not suffice for supper. I don't remember what we had with it, though. Vegetable noodle stir fry. I'm going to write down ramen bowls, because you know what? Matt doesn't eat them, but the kids do, and myself. And then I'm going to write down breakfast for supper. And then I'm going to write down takeout. Because we do takeout in this house. Ideally, Matt and I would like to do it. We said, what, twice a month? Once every second week?
No, once a month.
Well, okay, but we said once a month. Once a month's way too hard. Especially for us. And then we were like, well, what if we try it twice a month, so once every 2 weeks? For that to happen, we really need to just put our foot down and stick to stuff. But we don't stick to things, guys. Things are always changing. Matt said, I think it'd be a lot easier for Matt to do it, not... because I'm the one that does all the cooking and stuff, so maybe it would probably be easier for him. Oh, I don't got no cookbooks or anything over here. You know where they're all at? Down in that cubby, which I do not want to go into. Let me go grab this week's meal plan so I can see what's on there. You know, it'd be good chicken and dumplings, but I'm not going to make that right now. So yeah, tomorrow we're going to do the chicken supper, which that would be good. This week coming, okay, I gotta redo this just right quick. So we're doing the chicken supper tomorrow. We need to take out tomorrow's Sunday already. That was fast, really fast. Monday, I wrote down cod balls and potatoes. Is that what you want, Monday? Sure, babe. Whatever you want, babe. Yeah? He's over there. Do I want cod balls and potatoes Monday? Because you know what? I feel like I'm going to change my mind about that. We're doing chicken supper tomorrow. Okay, what I do know is Wednesday, I want to put down that Olive Garden pasta bake that we never got around to hauling out of the freezer. And those two great big garlic ciabatta things we bought today, I cut both those in half, and I cut each half into 4, and I got them in the 2 freezer bags. So I'll just take out 2 pieces on Wednesday, so we can each have. We don't need 2 pieces each; we just need 1 piece each. So we'll have that with garlic bread on Wednesday. The Millionaire pasta, I'm making that Friday. And then Saturday we'll have the leftovers of that. And then next Sunday, I have pork roast written down for this Thursday. That pork roast is huge. I'm thinking we'll write that down for next Sunday. So instead of, it'll be like Sunday supper, but pork roast. I'll write down Sunday supper, pork roast. And then the leftovers from that will go to the following Monday. That Millionaire pasta, it's going to go beyond Friday and Saturday. So I'll probably do up 1 container for one of Matt's work lunches for that following week, provided he's still here in Calgary. Otherwise, the rest of that after Saturday would go into the freezer. So Thursday, I'm going to write down burgers, because when Matt was going through the fridge freezer, he stumbled upon some beef burgers that were left over. And then I still have some grilled chicken burgers, so we'll do those Thursday. Tuesday I have written down sub sandwiches. We're not going to do sub sandwiches. We will do... I think Monday we're going to do wraps of some sort. We have lots of wraps here. We also have 2 things of dill pickle salad. Maybe Monday we'll do salad. I'll write down salad, meaning the dill pickle salad. What should we have with that? I'll just write down salad and chicken. It won't be a heavy supper. But what about Tuesday? Do we have any soups? Because I was going to say one of the loaves of bread, we had it on the stove while the oven was heating up for the cookies, and a hole appeared in the bag. So I got all that, 1 loaf of bread into a free. Should we make? I don't know if we have soup. I need to do this in a way that we're not going to the store. Because you don't like ramen. Because the kids and I could do grilled cheese and ramen for supper on Tuesday. Another easy supper, but that bread was exposed to air, so now I got it in a freezer bag and I want that one used up. I'm going to write down grilled cheese. For Tuesday. Oh, we got those vegetable soups, don't we? Can you go take a peek right quick? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I mean, you'll see me. Ugh. Oh yeah, we got a lot. I'll just write down vegetable soup. Yeah, those Campbell's vegetable soup. The kids don't like it, Matt and I do. I'll be fine with that. Grilled cheese and veg soup. It'd be a good way to start getting those eaten up too. Anyway, so that's all for this week's suppers, which starts with tomorrow's supper of the chicken gravy potatoes. Do we want to do chicken drumsticks though? Or chicken thighs? Not the boneless, skinless chicken. No. Whenever we buy boneless, skinless meat, that's gonna be for very specific meals like chicken balls, chicken fried rice, chicken Alfredo, the Mexican street corn, chicken chili, butter chicken. Although I don't mind using chicken drums or chicken thighs with the skin on for butter chicken, but not everybody. I guess we just gotten used to it. Prices weren't always the way they are now, so it used to be way more affordable. I think there are some things. I was gonna say something that I've been constantly saying, I feel like lately. I don't care how much money you have if you can afford it or not. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So Matt and I are like, today on the drive to Costco or on the way back, we're like, we should probably go back to buying chicken drumsticks and stuff like that. Like, we're not going to stop buying the boneless, skinless meat, but we will make sure that we start buying other meat that we kind of like slowly stop buying. Because it's just, the prices are ridiculous, guys. I mean, it's ridiculous everywhere. Just because you make, yeah, it's ridiculous. I also mentioned to Matt that I know Safeway is expensive, but they do a lot of buy one pack, get one free on their meat. It's always a good, decent deal. So I told Matt I'm going to keep checking the flyers. So when the next one comes, I'll probably go down and stock up on meat down at Safeway when they do their buy one, because they don't give a limit on how many times you can do it. So like, say if they have buy one pack of chicken breasts, get one free, I'd probably go down and grab 4. Buy 2, get 2 free. Same with like chicken thighs or drums, or they do on legs too. We don't really eat legs, because sometimes the kids, they're like, oh, it's too much chicken or whatever. Sometimes they eat a lot, sometimes they eat a little. I'm like, do I want to meal plan another week? I mean, I can. We're stocked up. My thing is, what if I change my mind? I mean, I won't change my mind for this upcoming week for suppers. And then I'm like, even though Matt's supposed to be home for a couple of weeks, what if like Wednesday he's like, oh, guess what? You guys are going to Fort Mac Monday. It's happened before. So I don't want to like do another week of suppers until I know if he's going to be home or not. We do know for sure you're home all this week though, right? Yeah. Anyways, I only came up with 69 suppers. I need an even number. So what's something else I can write down? Ooh, well, I'm gonna write down Big Mac salad bowls. Did you guys do that yet? I made them one time. Nobody complained. It was good.
So gross.
No, you never complained when I made it, you nerd. Big Mac salad. Off the top of my head, I feel like I'm drawing blanks, man. Quiet over there. I feel like that's all I got at the moment. Man, I can't wait for bed. Man, our bed was so comfy last night. I got into bed. Did it take me a while to fall asleep? Well, Matt was he passed out no problem. I got into bed, laid my head on the pillow, and that was so nice. And then the weight of the comforter and that quilt was so nice. It was hot though. So Matt said tonight, how about we sleep on top of the comforter but under the quilt? And I was like, sure, okay. I mean, it's still pretty warm here at the nighttime, right? It was so nice. I did go ahead and order for the 4 king size pillows on Amazon. They had I found ones that were reasonably priced. And they were 4.5 stars. They weren't expensive pillows, because I was like, for the purpose of them, they don't need to be expensive. Literally, I think we only sleep with 1 pillow each. Well, Matt's 2, his head, 1 between his arms. I only sleep with 1 on my head, and then my other ones are behind me. But I want to get all the pillowcases full so that if we want to lay in bed, we have like all this nice backing on us.
You just want to spend money.
Pretty much. I spend money and then I complain about it afterwards. Like when we got home, you guys, did I already say this? We didn't even go through half of that Costco. It was busy. Like I said, I was getting impatient. I was getting irritated. One, I regret not buying that cake that I had the sample of. That was delicious. But do I need it? No. If I have it here in the house, I have no problem having sweets here and not eating it. I wouldn't have to worry about Grace eating that one. Matt probably wouldn't. David, maybe. But I told Matt, I was like, I mean, we don't have space for it anyway, so I'm glad I didn't buy it. But if we had the space, I could have literally cut it up into pieces, wrapped them in saran wrap, threw them in the freezer bag, and throw it in the freezer. So if I wanted a piece, it'd probably last me a year, like a full year. It was good. That had flavor. Like, you could taste the orange. You could taste whatever flavor that package said. I don't remember. Cranberry, walnut. Like, you could taste it all. And I regret not getting that. Cuisinart, KitchenAid. Is there really a difference, Matt? We haven't bought one yet. Matt said he's going to buy me one. He said probably like maybe next week. I want to wait though, cause they do tend to go on. Both of them are always going on sale at Costco. Matt said he doesn't want to get the Cuisinart, and the main reason is he says because it doesn't have as many attachments as the KitchenAid. He wants the KitchenAid so he can get the meat grinder attachment so he can ground his own sausage and stuff like that. Which, yeah, I guess makes sense. But does the Cuisinart also sell that? I guess I could Google it, right? I mean, I've never heard anybody have complaints about the Cuisinart. And you see that price? That was a good price on the Cuisinart. That was like $100 cheaper than the KitchenAid. But Matt is correct. If I get the Cuisinart and it doesn't come with the meat grinder thing, that would be kind of disappointing on his part, on his end, because that's one of the reasons why he wants to get it. Well, he also, if you heard him in the video, he wants me to start baking. I don't bake barely anymore because it's too darn hard. I need something to help. The kids won't help. They're always like, teach us how to cook and stuff. And then I'm like, hey, I tell them like, come on to the kitchen. And they're like, no, it's okay. I'm just like, I mean, you guys complain all the time that I won't teach you. It's like, I'm willing to teach, but you guys won't come out. So, yeah, because like, I want to make my own cookie doughs. There's some pies I like to make. I mean, obviously you can make pie crust by hand, but when you have arthritis and stuff, a little help helps. Homemade cinnamon buns and rolls, I want to do that. I could really use the KitchenAid for when I make my molasses cookies. I think, did I skip out on making those last year, or did I make them last year? I can't remember. I want to get back into making homemade bread again, but just like do like 3 loaves at a time or something. Because this deep freezer, we want to try and keep it full of meat. Right now it's like half meat and half random crap. David's now saying, why'd you buy the Uncrustables? And Matt said, you better eat them. I mean, he asked me multiple times, and I told Matt I wasn't going to get them, and then I gave in and bought some. So David, because I know you watch these sometimes, you better eat those Uncrustables. Would Grace eat them? I don't know. They should make Nutella. Well, you know what? No. Oh, we could do that. Well, I already wrote it out. Never mind. I just had an idea for that bread that had the hole in it. Well, I'm talking to myself in my head, and I just gave myself an idea. That loaf of bread that I'm going to do the grilled cheese with on Tuesday, we could make Nutella Uncrustables with that. It's like, yeah, you're right. David still comes out. He's like, so Mom, any conversations with yourself today? Because half time, he comes out of his bedroom and he does it quietly so he can hear what's going on out here. And he'll stand in the hallway listening to me. Well, not while I'm recording, but I'm just out here by myself and out here talking to myself. And he'll hear me be like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. And then he'll come out laughing. He'll be like, oh, what's a good idea? And I'm just like, nothing. Never mind. I thought I just heard something behind me. I mean, we have lots of bread, so maybe that could be... We don't have enough Nutella, but I'll let Grace know. Maybe even David. Like, maybe we should just try making our own Uncrustables. As well as David really wants taquitos, and I said, well, if you want them, you're going to have to help me make them. I'm not making them on my own. I'll help you make them, David. Anyways, that's all I'm going to write out for suppers. I'll probably find more. I don't want to dig out my cookbooks. But I think I would like to make 1 or 2 new meals a month. Because we like trying new things. Like cooking, not takeout wise. I feel like with takeout, it's always the same things. But I think we really need to reel in on the takeout. I feel like too much is being taken out. We're in A&W, McDonald's, pizza places. That Taco Time just opened down the street. I do want to try it. I don't think it'd be worth it though. Even with coupons, takeout's not. It's convenient. Anyways, I was talking about the KitchenAid and I ended up on Uncrustables somehow. I like to get a stand-up freezer, but I've got my no space to put it. I mean, we could have space, but then it'd be taking space away from something else. Should we call this done? It's just literally me talking about meals. There's lots of other things right now, but maybe we'll just keep this video as like a let's write out some supper ideas. And the 4 people or whoever's watching this video, write down all your supper ideas. I know I've got other ideas. Just off the top of my head, I'm just can't think of them. Wait, are we gonna go to sleep early tonight or no? I still got, there's like a sink full of dishes back there. Grace put away all the clean ones. No, I gotta take care of those dirty ones. And then my blender, that smoothie bowl I made the other day, I hand washed the blender. Then when it was hand washed, I was like, it doesn't seem clean enough, so I put it in the dishwasher. But the part that you take out that's got the blades on it, on the underside of it, I feel like there's stuff in there. I need to figure out how to get that cleaned out properly because it smells. Oh, that's so. Look at that. I should probably add more water to that. Next time we go to Costco, we're not gonna go next week. Maybe the week after. Within the next 3 weeks, we're gonna go back, and maybe we might try. See, I don't want to go on a work day because they close at 8, and then we'd have to rush going through. We gotta go in there on, I think, a Friday. Early in the morning, because most kids have half day school here, so they're in school. We gotta go on a Friday morning, first thing as it opens, and then Matt and I can go through pretty much the whole store. I mean, they got clothes. I mean, there's so much stuff. There's even so much food you guys didn't see. And I'll take my tripod next time and not my phone, because I noticed in the video, I hold it down here so you guys don't see everything. Or I'll be looking at stuff like directly in front of me, and then I got the phone pointing at something else. So take the tripod so we can go through like the entire store. Well, I don't need a tripod to go through the entire store. I just mean we need to go on a Friday early morning so we can actually go through, like, we didn't go through the treats, the snacks, nothing. So much good stuff there. It's 10 to 8. I'm gonna get off here, get the kitchen cleaned up, shower. We should find a movie to watch, babe. I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow. We still need to get to the laundromat, but we might wait till next weekend for that. Hey? Or tomorrow? Who knows? Maybe we'll go to the laundromat tomorrow. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. We can drop our stuff off at the laundromat and go down to the pet store. We're trying to find 1 or 2 things for Luna that she can play with. Yeah, and I think that's it for tomorrow. I got a load of laundry that I washed yesterday that needs to get put away. I think that's it, guys. What should I title this video? Tammy chats meal ideas or supper ideas. What are you doing? Adios, guys. I'm going. I wish there was like an effect on here where as like I'm going out, it just like closes in like that, but it doesn't. Anyways, ciao.